The dawn of the final day has come and gone as dusk descends on the Wolves' Den here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The Red Wolves could steal the shield with a win as Westchester plans to spoil the party. Phil Galati with you every step of the way for the regular season finale of USL League One. But before the last match, let's turn back the clock and reminisce on the preseason rankings for these sides. Westchester picked to finish fourth, not only in the playoffs, but with a home playoff game. Meanwhile, Chattanooga picked to finish dead last. Head coach Scott McKenzie said it gave this squad a bit of a chip on their shoulder coming into this season. So fast forward to where we are entering tonight, and Chattanooga is 2 points off of one Knoxville. A win tonight could see them lift their first ever Players' Shield. Meanwhile, Westchester with 3 points trying to get off of the bottom and leapfrog Richmond on the very last day. As for the hosts, their recent form hasn't been the best. They've lost 3 of their last 4. Last time out, they turned it around, an important 2-1 win against the Charlotte Independents. As to what happened, head coach Scott McKenzie said it's simple. We've been playing 45 minutes of good soccer, but in this league, if you don't play the full 90, you're going to get punished. This team has more than what it takes to play that full 90, and they'll look to their main goal scorer tonight to help turn things around. Pedro Hernandez, tonight's player to watch presented by News 12, has 9 goals on the season. No Red Wolf has more. He scored in that 2-1 win last time out against the Independents. It was his first goal since August 23rd, breaking the drought and looking to continue the hot form and enter double digits tonight. Speaking of hot form, Westchester in their last 2 matches unbeaten for just the second time in 2025. Head coach Dave Carton spoke on the strength of his side's recent performances and says, we have the quality, we know what it takes to get 3 points. We just haven't been able to be consistent all year. But there's one man who's been consistent, that man, Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. with 17 goals, looking likely to steal the Golden Boot in 2025 in USL League One. Well, head coach Scott McKenzie described this game as the most important in Red Wolves history. 2 points behind one Knoxville, welcoming the hottest foot in all of League One. It's gonna be a battle. Starting lineups and the opening kick on the other side.
This isn't just a team, it's a statement. We don't just represent Chattanooga.
Let's get it poppin', let's get it poppin'.
We run it.
Let's get it poppin'.
Built to battle. Fueled by pride. Driven by the pack.
Let's get it poppin'.
Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Why do you always seem to be on that last flight home? Why is the customer always right, even when they're wrong? It's because when it's your business, you're all in. And no one's all in with you like EPB. Only EPB is all in with 100% fiber fast internet that's always your best value. Plus experts all in to help you 24/7. We're all in Chattanooga because we're all in this together. EPB for your business. We're all in.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
The final match week of the regular season in USL League One. Juan Carlos Obregon Jr., the Golden Boot leader, looks to spoil Chattanooga's chance to lift their first ever Players' Shield. We'll take a look at the starting 11, battling it out tonight. First with the hosts, and a change in net. Jason Smith leading the way in the Golden Glove standings, the rookie sideline for Ricardo Jerez, making just his 6th start of the campaign, 3 at the back, captained by Walefi in the middle, the longtime Red Wolves man, led up top with Grayson Mercer, yet to get a goal, the Raleigh, North Carolina native, starting just his 8th match in 2025. As for Westchester SC, their starting lineup unchanged from last time out. Enrique Facuse leads things from the back, the Honduras native who was teammates with JC Obregon at Montagua in 2023. Obregon 17 to his name, 4 more than anybody else in USL League One. Flanked on the left by Samori Powder and the right by Deshane Beckford on loan from Hartford Athletic in the USL Championship, the reigning Jägermeister Cup champions. We'll keep an eye on all of the other matches going on in USL League One. The Portland Hearts of Pine just finished their game against AV Alta. Masashi Wada was sent off. He'll be unavailable for the playoffs. 2-2 was the final. The highest Portland can finish is 5th. They will not get a home playoff game. AV Alta likely miss the playoffs. Forward Madison currently down 3-1 at halftime in the Henny Derby to the Richmond Kickers. Chattanooga need 3 points if they are to have a shot at the Players' Shield. Knoxville will kick off momentarily with Greenville. They'll be looking for a loss in that game for head coach Ian Fuller's side. Just the 2nd time this season these 2 clubs have gone head-to-head. It was a 4-goal thriller back on August the 1st in the Empire State. Westchester only able to muster 1 goal, coming from who else but JC Obregon Jr. Meanwhile, Chattanooga scored 3 to steal all 3 points. Pedro Hernandez with the icing on the cake in the 95th minute. A goal tonight would see him enter double digits, in the first Chattanooga Red Wolves player to find double-digit scoring this season. Trivella pass to Lombardi. Clever back heel, but it's cut away. As Noah Powder goes down the other way. This season, a stark contrast for Chattanooga compared to last year. A complete rebuild of the Red Wolves. Unparalleled success for Scott McKenzie and company. This one sent into the box. First header away. Settled in a clever Cruyff turn by Mercer. Lombardi squares it for Ayambila. Mercer underneath it at the back post. Hernandez trying to settle. The first shot blocked. Lombardi on the follow-up, stifled as well. Enrique Facuse gets his first touch of the ball on the night. The man who led the NCAA in shutouts while a Wildcat at the University of Kentucky. But as mentioned last year, Chattanooga tied for last on 18 points, 5 wins, 14 losses, 3 ties. Compared to this year with 14 wins. An incredible feat. Head coach Scott McKenzie said it wasn't easy. They looked not only to find players who were capable on the pitch, but also players off the pitch that were willing to fight, to go to war every week, to buy into the philosophy of something bigger than themselves. Not only better players, he said, but we found better people. A united, unified locker room has been the key to their success all year long. They come into tonight with 1 win from their last 4. Looking to continue the turnaround in form. Ayambila had Hernandez to his right. Instead settled by Acosta, sharing the wealth to the far side. Yanis Lelin now. Left-footed cross, took a hop. Bobby Pierre not fooled by it. Waters, one of just a few players who stayed on this squad from last year to this. The key for him this year, said Coach McKenzie, was consistency. Mercer vying for it. Rashid Tene making it very difficult and wins the duel. Now Bolaños, too heavy of a touch. Kinzer stopping him in his tracks. Neither side is going to sit back. It's going to be a fight to the finish. Clever ball. Foncuse has read it well, though the flag goes up in his aid. Pedro Hernandez with the darting diagonal run. Looking to score in back-to-back matches for the first time since mid-June, when he scored in 5 games in a row. Then went 3 games without a goal before finding the back of the net again against Westchester when he came on. Only played 3 minutes in that match. Seldom has he not started a contest. Pedro Hernandez, tonight his 22nd nod to the first 11. Intercepted into the feet of Obregon. Sees the run to his left-hand side, and it's saved well by Jerez. Ricardo Jerez making just his 6th start of 2025. Science replays presented by Rodriguez Dentistry. Score a winning smile. One-on-one, it was Deshane Beckford in behind, in the hunt for his first goal in a Westchester uniform. Well stopped one-on-one from a tight angle. Sent in towards Jerez, who punched it away. And the volley that came back in is well wide. Jerez with 1 clean sheet on the season, 39 years of age. Made his debut for the Guatemala national team in 2006 in a friendly against the United States. The man leading the line tonight, Grayson Mercer, in 2006. He's only 3 years old. Obregon goes down, appeals from the Westchester players, and the referee waves it off. Elsewhere in USL League One, Spokane have taken a 1-0 lead early out the gates against Union Omaha. Marky Hernandez in the 5th minute, as now Spokane leapfrog Chattanooga into 2nd place. Jonathan Bolaños was the player down. Man who got his first assist of the season last time out against Portland, a 2-2 draw. All of the other matches around the league have kicked off. Ricardo Jerez acquiring treatment. Jason Smith is available. The current leader in the Golden Glove race. As Yanis Lalin has a chat with Scott McKenzie. Every other match, except for the Henny Derby, still scoreless in the early stages. There will likely be plenty of movement as the night goes on. Dave Carton, the first head coach in club history, formerly of the Shawn Independent sidelines for many years. I had a chance to talk to him earlier this week about what it's like building a team from the ground up. Westchester, in just a matter of months, able to find a crest, an identity, a stadium, and a squad. It wasn't easy, he said, but fans have been behind us all the way. 914th Infantry, Westchester supporters group, always packing the stands for their home games. Chattanooga formidable at home this year, have only dropped 2 points in the Wolves' Den all year long, compared to 20 points dropped at home, 38 overall by Westchester, both league highs. As the first yellow card of the game will be shown to Matt Acosta. Stopping a promising attack right at midfield. Chattanooga can be vulnerable to the counter, and I think the referee may have gotten that wrong. Acosta had the reaction, but it looks like the challenge is put in by Jordan Ayambila. Pierre Teta, former Tulsa man with the longtime USL League One journeyman Joel Johnson to his right. 400 appearances across his career. Bolaños skipping away from one, crossing behind a second. Kinsner to the first ball. Follows up his own header. Ball went out of play. And the referee says Westchester throw. Clever idea on the switch, but it's overhit. Thumb goes up from Josh Drank in support. Referee has a think about it and says Westchester throw once again. Going to be very fine margins tonight. Scott McKenzie described this match as the most important in Red Wolves history. And Coach Dave Carton said Westchester are going to throw everything they got at this game. The last 2 matches, they have found some success. Coach Carton saying we've shot ourselves in the foot many times this year, but Squad has never given up the fight. He's always believed in something bigger than themselves. He's been able to rally and put together some very strong performances in the final weeks, looking to end the season on a high. Lombardi, forward for Ayambilla. He's got to do a lot of work to get there and can't close the gap. Check out the new 2025 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. Ayambilla shaking up. Total hustle play from the Ghanaian. He began his career as a forward in his home country with the Accra Lions before moving to a defensive-minded role in Malaysia in the second tier with Selangor. As it stands now in the 15th minute, one Knoxville SC with 55 points, still scoreless in their match with Greenville, would win the Players' Shield. Spokane in second with 53rd, Chattanooga in third with 53rd. Ayambilla wins it back. Hernandez on the curler, and in fact knuckled it to the outside. Hands on hips from Pedro Hernandez, who had a decent look. He's seen a lot of the ball in the first 15 minutes. That can't be said with a lot of recent Chattanooga matches. So the confidence is there, and he is looking for that far post, but just slices across it the wrong way. It's a poor touch at the back. Well won by Ayambilla. Continues the run and gets in front of Rashid Tete, so the defender can't make a challenge. Another good win from the Red Wolves. Acosta poking it along. Lombardi sees the pass fall behind him. But Chattanooga playing with an abundance of confidence. Obregon has dropped all the way into midfield. Striker sitting very deep now, just wants to be a part of the buildup. That's a poor mistake. Hernandez rounds the goalkeeper and finds his 10th of the season. Pedro Hernandez scores in back-to-back matches for the first time since mid-June. And Chattanooga have given the Players' Shield race some life. In the blink of an eye, Pedro Hernandez presented with a gift. Still had the work to do. Fakuse was scanning and plays through the middle, which you are taught never to do. Hands on his head from Enrique Fakuse. But for Pedro Hernandez, it is all smiles. Gets around the keeper, doesn't try to crush it with the finish, and says thank you very much. Number 14 in the double digits in the 17th. Enter the Prinks Tires Family Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for a chance to win a prize pack worth up to $4,000. Scan the QR code on screen to enter today. Westchester finding some trouble playing out of the back. Managed to switch the field to alleviate some of that duress. Beckford. The flares taking shape into the Chattanooga night sky. Now that Westchester were able to break past the first line, they do find some options in the final third. Not be easy to break past that back line, though. Chattanooga defensively have been very strong this season. As Grayson Mercer commits a foul. 5 white shirts around him, and Walefi wanted an explanation from the referee. Obregon. Clever idea for Beckford, who has the pace. Shane Beckford sticking with it. 2 Red Wolves in his face. One of them, Yanis Laline, scrambles it away. Clever turn from Bobby Pierre, but ultimately sent all the way back to Fakuse. Westchester with a promising look at this one. Plenty of white shirts forward. Stood up to the back post. Iambila rises to meet it, so too Lombardi. Allowed to bounce. Powder continuing the run. Bolaños dispossessed. Iambila in a foot race. A long gate from the fullback. And a tackle made by Bobby Pierre, which will draw a booking. Bobby Pierre furious at the decision and needs to calm himself to avoid a further caution. Another look at the challenge. And he can't have too much to be frustrated about there, Bobby Pierre. From that look, he doesn't get the ball and does get in the way of Jordan Iambila. It may be unfortunate, unlucky, yes, but certainly stopping a promising attack and tripping up a player. Bobby Pierre in his 12th start of the season, the Fort Lauderdale, Florida native. Made his USL Championship debut back in 2019 for the Real Monarchs before traveling to France and developing in the Strasbourg Academy. Represented the U.S. at the U20 level, but before that played in the CONCACAF U17 Championship for Haiti. Bolaños is down once again. Trainer is having a look, and Dave Carton may be forced into an early change here. So as things stand right now, one Knoxville and Chattanooga are level on points with 55. The first tiebreaker is total wins. That would be deadlocked at 15 apiece if one Knoxville have a draw and Chattanooga have a win. So after that would be goal difference. And as things stand right now, one Knoxville with 16, Chattanooga with 12. Chattanooga have only scored 3 goals in a match this season. On 3 separate occasions, they have never scored 4 in 2025. One of those three teams they scored 3 goals against was Westchester. As Jonathan Bolaños will check out of the match, Prince Sadie will come on in his stead. Represented Liberia in World Cup qualifying previously. And now his 25th appearance on the campaign. Lombardi eyeing Waters, flicking it on for Mercer. Hernandez tried to bring it down. Foncuse will grab this one. Coca-Cola is the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. McGlynn intercepted once again. The Red Wolves stymieing the way through when Westchester tried to build out from the back. Leline, 360 degrees, upended by McGlynn, but fairly, says the referee. And now Beckford sprinting away, taking one defender with him and beating him. Still Beckford, while Leffy with a big tackle. The fans fired up. The captain thought the throw-in was his. And sportingly gives it back. Leffy, a native of Sao Paulo, Brazil, been with the club since 2019. The very start of USL League One, and head coach Scott McKenzie had a chance to talk with him earlier this week, said it's hard to find the right word to describe the impact that Leffy has had at the club, but put simply, he has made Chattanooga his home. His family calls Chattanooga home, and these fans embrace him as one of their own. A longtime captain who scored this year against Westchester. Not often he finds the back of the net. Corinthians Academy product, one of the most prominent in all of South America. As Ayambila is too heavy on the pass. On the field, smart decisions win games. Off the field, smart decisions save lives. If you've been drinking, don't drive. Pass your keys to a sober friend, call a rideshare, or take public transit. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. A reminder from the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security. When Westchester are able to switch the field out of the back, that's when they are able to alleviate the pressure until Mercer makes the challenge. And wow, certainly don't need to describe how the fans feel about that decision. Mercer did come in from behind, may have gotten a piece of the defender's leg on the way to getting the ball. Now Sadie. Toe poke from Lombardi stops him. Stood up to the near side. That's down beautifully by Powder, with Johnson in support, and McGlynn. Obregon, first time we've said his name in a while. Constantly scanning, constantly moving. Trying to tee up a teammate into the box, and Prince Sadie shoves over Declan Waters. Sadie, more of an out-and-out forward, was brought on for Jonathan Bolaños, who's more of a winger. As now Sadie does slide a little bit wider out on the near side. Elsewhere in League One, Tormenta have found the back of the net. At home against Texoma, the Ibises leapfrog into 5th now. Jackson Kasanzu in the 19th minute, giving the lead to his side. Richmond have also found a 4th and are running away with the Henny Derby on home soil. Greenville and 1 Knoxville still scoreless. That is the game that these Chattanooga fans will be constantly refreshing on their phones. There is still work to do here. A 1-0 lead, far from safe, especially with Westchester on the prowl as they are now. Johnson connects with Sadie. Short is Powder. Scanning is Johnson again. Chattanooga backline holding strong, almost 6 across now. Everyone back in support, so little space in which for the visitors to operate. Pierre. McGlynn. Obregon directing traffic from the far side. 30th minute from the Wolves' Den. Pedro Hernandez, 10th goal of the campaign, currently separating the sides. McGlynn. Johnson. Looking for Obregon, who brings it down. Opportunity for the shot, and it flashes wide. Perez looking unbothered. Westchester had their hand forced with Noah Powder electing for a try on goal after a few minutes of stationary soccer. Get ready for all the exciting postseason action as the USL playoffs presented by Terminix kick off in November. The top teams will battle it out for the ultimate prize. Go to USLLeague1.com for all the latest playoff information. The top 4 teams get a home game, which as things stand are 1 Knoxville, Chattanooga, Spokane, and Union Omaha. There are a number of teams vying for the 8th and final spot in the postseason, currently held by Charlotte. Union Omaha have found the back of the net against Spokane. 1-1 now in that match. Ryan Betcher leveling things for the current title holders. Spokane now sit 4 points behind Chattanooga and 1 Knoxville on 55. Sent low and nearly deflected into his own net by Eric Kinsner. You could hear the scuff the ball made off of his studs on the bottom of his shoe. Sadie with the low cross, and Kinsner just took his eye off it. Awkward height to deal with. It's now the first corner of the night. He swung in by Josh Drack. Right into the center and headed in. Bobby Pierre levels it on the road for Westchester. His first for the club. Unmarked inside 6 yards. And a further twist in the tale of how the story will end for the Players' Shield. Well, it's a well-delivered corner right to the near post. Jerez nowhere near it. It looked like Eric Kinsner, who conceded the corner, beaten to it by Bobby Pierre.
Goal scored for Westchester SC.
The former US and Haiti Youth International gets his first in League One for Westchester. Jason Smith has 11 clean sheets in USL League One this year. No one has more. Ricardo Jerez will not get his second this year. Still scoreless in the one Knoxville game. Richmond have found a fifth against forward Madison. Flamingos, who were predicted to finish third in the preseason rankings, will have no chance at the postseason. Now, does this change how Chattanooga want to build? There's so much confidence about them, especially defensively, staying high, intercepting passes after going 1-0 up. Electing to keep numbers high for now. Mercer sent to the ground. Still chasing after it with all his might. Obregon fighting through traffic, doesn't get the call. Hernandez shoved over, and the referee sounds the whistle. It's Rashid Teta this time who commits the infraction. Looks like a very physical challenge indeed. Set pieces has been something of an Achilles heel for Westchester this year. Head coach Dave Carton spoke on it. We had a chance to chat with him earlier this week. Set pieces, something that have evaded Westchester in terms of being as strong defensively against them as they need to be. Part of the reason why they haven't found the success they were hoping for this year. There's Omar Hernandez on the left, standing over it. To Acosta on the right. Chattanooga trying to regain the lead. Long whistle from the referee. Sent in low, flicked on and saved. Pedro Hernandez from a difficult angle. Can't get by Enrique Facuse. Clever run, and absolutely no one has picked him up. Pedro Hernandez just darting to the inside. Clever diagonal move. Tries to take it one touch with the ball behind him. Technically, that is so difficult to do. He makes it look easy, but far from an easy save for Facuse. Lombardi trying to send Mercer forward, a bit of a force. Second ball falling kindly to Omar Hernandez. Acosta has the overlap to his right, but goes himself, spilled by Facuse, but gobbles up the rebound. Lombardi saw the save fall right to his feet, and on the volley, couldn't get the power to beat the goalkeeper. Chattanooga abound with life after conceding the equalizer, and it's difficult for Lombardi to stretch for that one. Great read by Facuse with the low bounce on that first try. So difficult for a goalkeeper to keep his positioning and try and predict where that ball's gonna be. Look at how many Red Wolves are forward now. Obregon needs help, so too does Johnson. Spots the switch. It's a clever idea and well brought down by Tete. Almost on a string, that ball. McGlynn now, switching it the other way. Kept down by Laline, has the composure to beat two. Fans showing their approval. Westchester are doing a lot better now, playing out from the back. More players checking back into midfield, starting to find the spaces. A lot of communication going on as well. They know when to turn when they don't have the space to. Johnson, just in time. Mercer still providing the pressure. Clever ball. Sadie skips by Ayambila, still with Sadie. Unselfish play, overgone off the crossbar. His first look at goal, and denied by only a few inches. The crossbar still rattling. It's a thunderous strike, and it does take a hop on him right before he steps into it. You could see the ball bouncing. May not have been expecting it. Over an outstretched Ricardo Jerez. Referee sounds the whistle. Westchester looked to be in. May have been an errant swing of the arm there. One more look at it. And there is contact to the upper body area from Joel Johnson. May not have intended it, but Omar Hernandez certainly feeling the effects. Hernandez, a former Dalton Red Wolves standout. Chattanooga's USL League Two affiliate. Buckle up, fans. EPB Fiber Optics delivers the fastest internet speeds in Chattanooga over the area's only 100% fiber optic network. Find the recklessly fast speed your home or business needs at EPB.com. 41st minute now. Spokane and Union Omaha knotted at one apiece. One Knoxville still scoreless with Greenville. Will be a photo finish for the Players' Shield in USL League One in 2025. Ayambila. Acosta. Chattanooga need a win if they are to have a shot at it. What is billed by head coach Scott McKenzie to be the most important game in this club's history. Referee sounds the whistle right in front of Scott McKenzie, who can't believe the call. Neither can Omar Hernandez. It has certainly been a physical contest through 41 minutes and change. Another look at it. And there may be some embellishment on the part of Joel Johnson, but still, there is contact to the upper body area by Omar Hernandez. Scott McKenzie certainly making his opinion known. Any contact to the upper body like that, and the referee has to stop the game. There's an IFAB, laws of the game change, from a couple of revisions ago, just to protect against head injuries and concussions. Of course, see them very often when two players will go up for a ball together and one goes down holding their head or their neck. So the referee enforcing the laws of the game as they are written, though certainly Chattanooga displeased with this particular interpretation. Sent in with venom. Took a head on. It looked like Rashid said it. Nobody there in white on the follow-up. Union Omaha have scored a second now and have taken the lead over Spokane, putting some further breathing room between them and the Red Wolves. Max Schneider with the go-ahead goal in the 41st. Route one pass to the far side, and Drac was fighting for it. And this time, the whistle goes for offside. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. Hernandez was ready to run onto the second ball. Mercer wins it and tries to find him, but once again intercepted. Bobby Pierre and Rashid Tete certainly have their hands full marking Pedro Hernandez. They have been able to shut him down since the goal. Acosta, plenty of space to operate in. Ball took a hop, wrong-footed Walefi. Big time challenge from Waters, but he's out of position. Obregon tried to stay onside, and that will be a yellow card for Declan Waters. Sliding in after the ball was gone. First challenge was a brave one. Started to backpedal and then committed. You can see he went to ground. Nowhere near the ball. Powder getting tripped up. Can't have much to complain about there, Declan Waters. 5 minutes to be added on. Body Armor is the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Both of these sides will have to wait a little bit longer to refuel in the locker room. 2 goals in this first half, and now plenty of time for a third. Sadie, can he be the one to provide it? Johnson. Numbers staying mobile in the box. Chattanooga communicating as to whose duty it is to mark Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. He's dropped back in now and plays it short for Pierre. Johnson, space to work it in. Powerful header away. Hernandez now sending it even further from harm's way. Mercer may have had the beating there of Pierre for pace. Fakuse was all the way out of his net. Could have gone very differently if that ball stayed in bounds for a little bit longer. Obregon saw the space, but the run wasn't being made. Tried to invite it forward with the pass. Now Chattanooga the other way. Walefi. Acosta, again, given acres of space. Left feet, lovely ball. Mercer forced back and out of play. Fakuse with the line breaking pass, and it's a great one. Beckford, look at the speed. Deshane Beckford off to the races. Playing it too far in front of Obregon. Lefty checks and turns and finds Lombardi. Lets it run across. Ayumbila leaving it behind for Hernandez, who's quite a ways from home, and he'll trot forward now. Lefty to the far side. Good looking cross in, headed down. And it was Grayson Mercer who was underneath it. Seemed to be caught in between two minds as far as going to goal versus teeing up a teammate at the back post. Powder. Final 30 seconds of the 5 minutes on a minimum. A 1-1 game, but really could have been a lot more for both sides. It'll take just a bit of clinicality to decide this one. A moment of brilliance. And the referee will not allow the restart. 45 minutes plus 5 down, and it is tied at 1 apiece. Pedro Hernandez with his 10th of the season for the Chattanooga Red Wolves, who are in the hunt for the Players' Shield. Bobby Pierre with his first for Westchester to send the teams into the locker room, even on 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, at halftime, the score stands at Westchester.
Flurry of other results around the league. The final day of the regular season in 2025 for USL League One has lived up to the billing through one half. It will be all to play for in the second. Halftime show coming up on the other side of a quick break, and plenty to talk about. See you very soon.
He shoots, and he scores!
Do you know how fast you were going? 2.5 gig. With kids on the couch.
New 2.5 gig internet from EPB.
Slow down.
It's recklessly fast.
Too fast.
With SmartNet plus Wi-Fi.
Violation.
Turbocharging all your devices. More than twice the speed of the gig for just a little more. Only from EPB.
That is recklessly fast.
Real recognized real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst. Real recognized real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
45 minutes down between Chattanooga and Westchester. Westchester in their first year of competition, a number of other teams joining the fold in USL, and a number of those teams getting some new stadiums as well. Take a look.
In the USL, shovels in the ground mean as much as scoring goals. And Sacramento Republic is on its way to transforming the city's rail yard district into a soccer palace. The same is happening in the Motor City, with Detroit City's new home clearing way for stadium construction. Miami FC has unveiled its future home in South Florida, while the Pittsburgh Riverhounds prepare for their stadium expansion, preserving one of the best views in all of sports. The growth is felt as well in League One, with expansion on the way for 2026. The scene changes daily at the site of Fort Wayne's new home, from clearing the area in early June to the sweet sight of concrete and steel in mid-September. All watched closely by Fort Wayne's Director of Communication, Justin Cohn. Thousands of people literally drive past this thing every day. So how cool is it for everyone to get a chance to see this thing every single day get closer?
Yeah, it's really cool. It's ideally located for people going to and from work, or they're driving down to Indianapolis, and you're seeing it in really at a rapid pace come up. So you're really seeing a lot of the facade of what will be the stands start to come up. I look at the renderings. First thing I notice is this gigantic video board. So give me some of the neat things about that, because this might be the best thing in League One for sure. Yeah, I mean, the scoreboard is something I'm really excited about. It'll be the second longest scoreboard in the entire state. So that means it eclipses an NFL stadium. You're going to have a lot of options at Fort Wayne FC Park in terms of watching the matches. There's a lot of possibilities that you can do with the scoreboard. Fellow League One expansion club Boise is seeing its vision take shape as construction at the park at Expo, Idaho is full speed. And longtime League One club Greenville Triumph has kicked off construction at Bridgeway Station.
It's great to win against an MLS team, but we'll do that any Wednesday, any Saturday.
It's our house. No one comes into our house and beats us.
If you're against us, it's not going to be good for you. But if you're with us, it's the greatest day you ever had.
The Kings of Chaos strike again.
They create such a loud environment, flags waving, chants.
When the team plays, it's like we're going to battle with them.
It's always sort of that New Mexico underdog story just waiting to happen.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day.
What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines. From early mornings to late nights. From fun with friends to winner takes all. From the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
to put Portland into the postseason.
Reaches to the whistle.
It ends.
He shoots, and he scores!
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. 45 minutes down, and it is one apiece between Chattanooga and Westchester as we take a look around the USL and what's happening with the news and notes. Portland set the League One attendance record against Spokane on Tuesday with 6,000 fans and rewarded those 6,400 strong with a 6-1 win. Meanwhile, Fort Wayne unveiling their club identity and their new crest ahead of their inaugural season next year. Meanwhile, Naples as well joining Portland, becoming the 4th and the 5th expansion teams to clinch a postseason berth in their inaugural season. The playoffs are set. The final 8 teams into the postseason have all been confirmed. The question is now, where will they fall? We'll take a look at the scoreboard so far this weekend. Portland drawing 2-2 with AB Alta, which means AB Alta will not be in the playoffs. Richmond, 5 goals to win the Henny Derby, an incredible feat to close out their season at City Stadium. They will lock up 13th place, which means Westchester will not be able to move from the bottom. Meanwhile, Union Omaha, Los Bujos trying to defend their title, up 2-1 after going down in the 5th minute to Marky Hernandez's goal for the Spokane Velocity, as now Union Omaha move up to 4th, looking to grab that last home playoff game. So 45 minutes still to play here. Chattanooga will have a home playoff game, but will they have some silverware to boot? The Players' Shield still up for grabs. The second half on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
He shoots, and he scores!
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
This isn't just a team, it's a statement. We don't just represent Chattanooga.
Let's get it poppin', let's get it poppin'.
We run it.
Let's get it poppin'.
Built to battle. Fueled by pride. Driven by the pack.
Let's get it poppin'.
Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Why do you always seem to be on that last flight home? Why is the customer always right, even when they're wrong? It's because when it's your business, you're all in. And no one's all in with you like EPB. Only EPB is all in with 100% fiber fast internet that's always your best value. Plus experts all in to help you 24/7. We're all in Chattanooga because we're all in this together. EPB for your business. We're all in.
Almost time to get this second half underway. We'll take a look at the highlights from the first half. If you're just joining us, Chattanooga and Westchester meeting for just the second time this season, and it was an absolute gift for Pedro Hernandez. 18 yards out, just had to round the goalkeeper, Enrique Facuse, who gave him the ball. And The rest was fairly simple for the forward. His 10th of the season, the first Red Wolves player into double-digit scoring. Slips by Fakuse and slots it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. 32nd minute, the lead canceled out. Wiped off. Bobby Pierre, airborne to level it. Off the corner, his first goal for Westchester. The first and only corner thus far on the evening. Sent in by Josh Drack for his first assist for his club. 37th minute, Chattanooga responded brightly. Matt Acosta from 18 yards, stopped by Fakuse. The rebound grabbed out of the air by the goalkeeper after Aaron Lombardi saw it fall kindly to his right foot, just didn't get the power on it. Great first initial save, and the second one held much more comfortably. 39th minute, just 2 minutes later, and Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. off the crossbar had in hands for what would have been his league-leading 18th of the campaign, and still 45 minutes for the current Golden Boot leader to extend his advantage over the rest of the competition. 8 shots for Chattanooga, 4 on target. It's a great ratio for the hosts, but again, Enrique Fakuse has made a couple good saves, but look at the possession, 66% for Westchester. It's not common they are in front on possession, Westchester, especially on the road. Chattanooga have not found a lot of the ball, with 2 yellow cards for the Red Wolves and 1 for the visitors. We could see some substitutions early on in this second half after Jonathan Bolaños was brought off in just the 24th minute for Prince Sadie. Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. finished second in the Golden Boot race last year with 15. He was a 2023 Players' Shield champion with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Represented Honduras at the 2021 Olympics. Wearing the captain's armband, the New York native for his side. Both him and Connor McGlynn, proud Empire State born and raised players. Head coach Dave Carton had a chance to ask him about what it means to put on that badge and what it means to be a New Yorker. He said it is all about grit, that the fans are incredibly passionate about their sports in New York. The fans know how to embrace the grind. Players like J.C. Obregon and Connor McGlynn, who are from the state, understand that. Coach Carton saying that New York is the heartbeat of the world worth pumping. Overhead try from Kinsner, and it was not one that he'll want to watch back. You have to be tough if you're going to be part of this side, said Coach Carton. You have to have pride. This side has had pride since day one. It is not easy to build a team from the ground up, and in their first year of competition, they have put together some very good stretches. But again, it's just a lack of consistency defensively that has seen Westchester drop points and miss out on the postseason in their first year of competition. Something that Chattanooga knows all about last year. After a particularly porous defense, that was the emphasis coming into 2025 for head coach Scott McKenzie. And now a chance for the team that was picked to finish last in the preseason, who have a real shot at finishing first. To the back post, Lombardi was there, beaten to it by Samori Powder. Sent away. Kinsner right back in, flicked up. Hernandez able to win it right back. Ayumbila now. And he's put that one well wide.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. There are several vehicles in the parking lot parked behind the executive club that are blocking other vehicles. Specifically, a gray Honda Pilot.
Fakuse. More patient now on the ball. Lombardi has stepped up. It's just one striker on paper for Chattanooga in Grayson Mercer. We have seen the Red Wolves get numbers forward in the final third to put pressure on Westchester. Pierre not feeling the pressure after scoring his first goal. Noah Powder goes down with a cry. Costa is on a yellow card. Rather, it was Jordan Ayambila who was shown that yellow card in the 11th. Sadie. Back for Bobby Pierre. Well intercepted by Laline. Making the overlapping run at full speed. As Pierre intercepts the try. Intended for Mercer. Track deflected. Walefi. Clever check to the ball. Lombardi skips away from the pressure. Look how high the outside backs are going to get for Chattanooga. They're going to push everybody up here, looking for that second goal. Nothing less than a win will do if they are to have a shot at bringing silverware back to Tennessee. Bouncing ball, Fakuse didn't come all the way out for it. Mercer leaves it behind, player goes down, and the referee immediately says no. Waved off instantaneously. On the deck is Omar Hernandez. To see this one again, and it doesn't look like there's a lot in that. The replay presented by Rodriguez Dentistry, score-winning smile. Clever touch. And there is pushing and shoving there. Samori Powder making the challenge, and Scott McKenzie getting a yellow card. It's a contentious decision, and it's a game-changing one if it's given. Is there a legitimate attempt by Samori Powder to play the ball? That is the question we'll see here. Is there contact as well? There does seem to be a pull, but I'm not sure there's a lot in that. It does seem that Omar Hernandez goes over very easily. It has been a very physical contest, as you're seeing, with Lombardi winning the foul. Very tough decision. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Sent over Obregon. Waters into the stratosphere. Powder back to his goalkeeper. And it was a risky play, but a clever one. Now Drac can step up. Chattanooga had numbers forward on the set piece. This may alleviate some of the pressure for Westchester to play out from the back, and it does. McGlynn, towering header from Ayambila. Sadie with a swing of the arm. Omar Hernandez with the battle scar. And Sadie, the lone substitute of the match thus far. As the other matches around USL League One have gone back underway. Scorelines unchanged from the interval thus far. Hernandez finds the lean at the byline, cutting it back. Blocked out of play by Pierre. First corner of the night for Omar Hernandez and the Red Wolves to the near post and easily dealt with. Same corner from which Westchester found the back of Chattanooga's net in the 32nd minute. Hernandez will try again and go much deeper this time. It's calamitous, still bouncing around. Lombardi shot blocked, so too is Hernandez. A player goes down. Whistle sounds in favor of Westchester. What on earth just happened? Lombardi went down, was covering the ball, preventing Westchester from playing it. He wanted the PK shout. The Red Wolves fans up in arms, howling in displeasure. One more look at it. Sent in, bouncing around. Everybody's just trying to get a piece of it. Lombardi tried to settle. 5 white shirts in his way. Obregon blocks Hernandez's try, then clatters into Lombardi, who goes down clutching his head. And Obregon can't play the ball because Lombardi's on top of it. Lombardi being checked out by the trainer. Every player on the pitch throwing everything at that ball. Obregon saying he was just trying to get out of the way of Lombardi. Leffy having a chat with the referee. Lombardi does seem to have a cut on his forehead. Aaron Lombardi scored last week, his second of the season against Charlotte. One more look at it. The question is the foul right here between Obregon and Lombardi there? No, don't think that's a penalty there. Lombardi does try to step across Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. there, trying to shield the ball, but he's halfway to the ground in doing so. It's a very difficult decision. I think the referee might have got it right. Obregon was just trying to get out of his way. There is contact, but Lombardi more so warding Westchester's forward rather than going 50-50 shoulder to shoulder. More importantly is making sure Aaron Lombardi is okay. If he is bleeding, he is not allowed to be on the pitch. All wounds have to be closed as per the laws of the game. And Scott McKenzie will be watching this on repeat, trying to make sense of it. Jason Smith all the way on the right side of your screen with the pink cleats crossed, currently leading the Golden Glove race and is poised to be the first rookie ever to win the Golden Glove. Lombardi, born in Rosario, Santa Fe, in Argentina. The hometown of arguably one of the greatest to ever play the game. Lombardi moving to the U.S. at the age of 6 after college, played across various sides in the 4th tier of Italian soccer. Now his second stint with the Red Wolves after joining in 2022. He is all bandaged up. Now with the red hair to match. We'll wait for the referee's signal to re-enter the contest. And he's already back on. Good to see that he's all right. Body Armor is the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Mercer trying to drag Pierre out of position. The defender does well to get a piece on it. The ball goes out of touch. Sent into the area. Sadie with the outside of his left boot brings it along. The lean in the way. Sends it right back into the mixer. Brought down by Waters. The defender now has to retreat. Powder to the far side. Sadie now. Overlapping run being made. Falls kindly for Samori Powder, who wins the throw. Still scoreless between Knoxville and Greenville. Union Omaha clinging to a 2-goal lead against Spokane, last year's runners-up. Defending champions, as things stand, would lock down the 4th and final home playoff game. Beckford is checked into midfield. A lot of movement about Westchester now, especially from the front line. Drack. That movement key for the visitors. It's going to take a lot of stamina and a lot of fitness to drag Chattanooga out of position. It's a very well-regimented, well-shaped Red Wolves defense. If they can find the half spaces as Fakuse goes down. There was contact late. The referee appearing to keep his cards in his pocket for now. Buckle up, fans. EPB Fiber Optics delivers the fastest internet speeds in Chattanooga over the area's only 100% fiber optic network. Find the recklessly fast speed your home or business needs at epb.com. Obregon now going down, and Waters is already on a booking and will not plead his case. All the way through by Obregon. Hasn't seen nearly as much of the ball as I'm sure he would have liked. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus hear live matches from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. 64th minute now. Is there to be a winner? Hernandez manages to pick out a teammate. It's Lombardi this time. Low cross, first to it, Tete. Obregon battling for it, and Kinsner pokes it away from him. Two changes being prepared for Scott McKenzie. Yet to make his first substitution of the night. And down is Mercer and grabs the ball as well. Pierre, the lone Westchester man on a booking, as now the double change will be made. Matt Bentley will come on up top. The man who started scoring right away for Chattanooga in the early stages of the season, now coming off the bench for his third straight match. He'll replace Grayson Mercer up top as Josh Ramos checks in for Omar Hernandez in the middle of midfield. Bentley scored 5 goals in his first 6 games for Chattanooga. In the 26 games since then, he has only managed 3 goals, the most recent of which back on July the 12th against Richmond. Josh Ramos with 1 goal to his name in his debut season for Chattanooga. Lombardi whipped in towards Fakuse, punched it through traffic. Ramos was up for it, and the Chattanooga players appealing for a foul. Ramos has just come on. Appears to be in some real discomfort. Dangerous ball from Lombardi. Goodness, there is contact there. Fakuse certainly not trying to impede Josh Ramos, just got to the ball first, but it is a hard challenge. That's what the referee is saying, is that the arms of Fakuse were outstretched before Ramos ran into him. Since the giveaway for the first goal, Enrique Fakuse has really had to make a couple of difficult plays. And as mentioned earlier, any suspected head or neck injury is an immediate stoppage. Make sure he's okay. And to re-enter the game, Josh Ramos will need to complete a concussion protocol from a registered athletic trainer. Joel Johnson is also down, Valencia native, former Charlotte Independence all-time appearance holder. Graduated from the local academy with Valencia and made 1 appearance in La Liga back in 2010. Ramos is well going to be checked out. Florida native who played his college ball with Dalton State. Featured in the Latvian second tier after high school. 70th minute. 1-1, Chattanooga and Westchester. Union Omaha currently hold that 2-1 cushion over Spokane. Won Knoxville scoreless against Greenville. Scratch that, right on cue. One Knoxville take the lead. A devastating goal in the hopes for a player shield for Chattanooga. Babacar Dieng, just seconds ago, breaks the deadlock. The man who has found his scoring shoes in the second half of the season may have just propelled One Knoxville out of reach. As things stand, it is Coach Fuller's side with 57 points. Chattanooga in second with 53. Spokane third with 50. Ayambila Hernandez scampered away. Ayambila still with it. What a move! And nearly capped it off with a spectacular goal. My goodness, Jordan Ayambila. That would have been one he watched for decades back. Look at the 360, stomping the ball down with the bottom of his cleat. Uses the studs to fool Obregon and then just slices wide. He was a forward when he first started playing, but my goodness, that would have been an unforgettable goal. Counter on for Chattanooga. Acosta shoved off it. And there will be a set piece opportunity. Lombardi wants further punishment. Don't think he'll get it. All bandaged up from that earlier incident. It will likely be Lombardi to play it in. Acosta standing over it with Harold Lombardi. Chattanooga need to retake the lead if they are to give themselves hope. Lombardi, a lot of hang time on this one. Fakuse clatters into his own player. Kinsler's try is deflected in. Matt Bentley was right in front, and the Red Wolves are back on top. Another goalkeeping mistake, and Chattanooga take the lead once again. It was a total scramble. Matt Bentley breaks his drought. His first since July. Fakuse fouled by Bobby Pierre, the man who scored Westchester's goal. Kinsler saw the goalie out, just tried to heave it toward goal. And it likely would have been blocked by Rashid Teddy if not for that touch by Matt Bentley. Just to flick it by the defender. From second to bottom in 2024, the Chattanooga Red Wolves now second from the top in 2025. After the goal, Dave Carton makes a couple changes as well. Daniel Bowman replaces Samori Powder. Andrew John Baptiste as well into the game. To shake things up defensively, on for Josh Drack. Sadie. Ian Billow stops him. Matt Bentley on the clever redirect. Sees Chattanooga go up to 55 points, but again, one Knoxville currently leading on 57. If there is to be a leveler from Greenville, it would likely be one Knoxville still winning the Players' Shield on goal difference, the second tiebreaker. 15 minutes is a long time. Anything can happen. Sent back in, headed away. On the volley, John Baptiste with cold feet. Didn't connect as sweetly as he would have hoped. Coca-Cola is the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Beckford. Obregon trying to brush past Kinsner. Ayambila is there in support and wins the goal kick and is fired up about it. On the field, smart decisions win games. Off the field, smart decisions save lives. If you've been drinking, don't drive. Pass your keys to a sober friend, call a rideshare, or take public transit. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. A reminder from the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security. Bentley from range. Speculative attempt. Pakuse may have been out of his area, but still on the volley like that is nigh impossible. Westchester with more forlorn looks as again they are unable to play out of the back. Chattanooga, despite only 34% possession in the first half, wins so much of the ball in the final third. It is sitting at 37% possession now for the game. Kinsner going route one. Cut away by Tete, now Johnson. Johnson, the last few weeks, been a key piece for Westchester, said Coach Dave Carton. Just been using his soccer IQ to help orchestrate this side and their shape in transition. Clever touch from Johnson to take that one out of the air on his back foot. Check out the new 2025 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. McGlynn, Travella pass. Pierre, the recipient. Chattanooga staying very compact. You can see how little space there is between the lines. Johnson is trying to make the run, but not a lot of grass in which to run into. Pierre with another interception and given time now. McGlynn. Pierre. Sadie. Switch his allegiance to the near side now. Saw him trying to drive at Jordan Ironbill on the far side for most of the first half. Clever ball, McGlynn. Great flick. Obregon just reacting a little late to it, as Tete deflects that one and towards his head coach. Another change to be made. This is a bit of a rarity. Josh Ramos was brought into the match in the 66th minute. He'll be replaced now by Zahir Vasquez. As Erman Makic will come in for Westchester in place of Deshane Beckford up top. Saw Josh Ramos just a few seconds after coming on, getting checked out by the trainer after colliding with Enrique Facuse, so hopefully he's all right. Vasquez with 4 goals to his name. His 29th appearance, 20 of those now off the bench. Does have a flair for the dramatic. Another Red Wolves second team graduate. Leline. Acosta. Lombardi. Spokane have tied it in the rematch of last year's final against Union Omaha. This one looking promising for Hernandez, who runs onto it. Across the cover is Andrew Jean-Baptiste. Pedro Hernandez with a burst of speed as the two players share a low 5. Well, left feet for Lombardi. What a flick that is. The field vision from Aaron Lombardi, incredible. Hernandez doing the right thing, just trying to take it in stride and then unable to get on the end of it. Chattanooga looking to extend the lead. Lombardi, outswinging delivery over Bentley. Falls from Makic, now Iambilla. Red Wolves keeping numbers forward. Leline, a lot of hang time, and Facuse will grab it out of the air. Pierre on the switch. Intended for Obregon. Lombardi cut it out. He's had just one shot tonight, JC Obregon, and it hit the crossbar late in the first half, and since then, seen very little of the ball. Jean-Baptiste. Pass intercepted by Bentley. One right back by Sadie. Here is Obregon, brushing by one, and on the right foot. Sends it over the goal by some margin. Was a bit of a jersey pull there just to knock him off his stride a bit. Frustrating night at the office for Westchester's captain, but an incredible season for him, as he will likely pick up the Golden Boot. Carson Henderlong has scored twice today for Naples, currently leads Charlotte 2-0. He is second on 14. Daniel Bowman is protesting the call. Substitute only has just come on. Top of the key, headed out by Bowman, who committed the foul. Leline, flip-flap, stutter step, still going, and now going over. No whistle as Bobby Pierre sees his jersey pulled on by Bentley, who protests the call, but there was a pretty obvious tug there. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. McGlynn. Pierre told to drive, the center half, now occupying the near channel. A bit of a change for him as now Sadie looking for space, given very little. Obregon sending it into the box. Caught by Jerez. Hasn't had a ton of work to do in the second half for Carter Jerez. The veteran getting the nod for the season finale of the regular season. Chattanooga will be back in the playoffs. Malefi gets it right back. His second header intercepted. Obregon trying to turn. Waters beats him to it and goes over. Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. with more hold-up play. Unselfish from the Golden Boot leader. 17, an incredible campaign for him. Asked his head coach Dave Carton about the one thing that everyone should know about Westchester's number 29, and he said his heart. A sensitive guy who cares about the team, his performance, and most importantly, the future of the club for which he plays. A New Yorker at heart, and wears that heart on his sleeve. People see the talent, the quality of the goals that he has scored again and again and again. But people don't get to see how much he truly cares about the future of this club. An incredible honor for him after finishing second in the Golden Boot race last year. Hasn't had many looks tonight, but every team in this league rather, knows his goal-scoring ability. Have done their best to shut him down. Been a lot of double coverage tonight from Chattanooga, who have done well to keep him quiet. And only so much you can do against a player of Juan Carlos Obregon Jr.'s talents. And here he is on the ball now. Two defenders in his face, and he wins the corner kick. '90th minute. Obregon standing over it with 2 assists to match his 17 goals. Goes for the low cross. Pierre going down at the near post. Referee immediately over to prevent any further disagreement. It has been a journey for head coach Scott McKenzie, he said. to win back the trust of the Red Wolves fans this year. This squad worked hard to put together a team that he said no matter what, wins or lose, would leave everything on the pitch week after week. And the fans, he said, have shown us the gratitude for that in 2025. They will be rewarded with a home playoff game, but as things stand, the Players' Shield will be going to Tennessee and one Knoxville. 6 minutes for Dave Carton to see his side find an equalizer. He does have 2 more changes at his disposal if he needs to replace the goal scorer, Bobby Pierre. The back post, contested one. Fakuse was up for it, and he's out of his goal. The Red Wolves fans rise to their feet, urging Acosta forward. Fakuse's not going to get there. Acosta for the open net, blocked in front. Noah Powder with the goal line save. Matthew Acosta had plenty of options to his right. Tried to go it alone. Bobby Pierre now back onto the pitch. Sent long again, but this time Fakuse in position for it. Jean-Baptiste looking for help towards Makic, who commits a foul against Ayambila. Malefi tells Ricardo Jerez just to slow things down a bit. Malefi looking for Vasquez, and Fakuse now off his line. Stays in his box. Westchester looking to spoil the party. Obregon twisting, turning, going over, and wins the free kick. Bentley and Laline in pursuit. Swung in by Obregon and went for goal. Jerez caught it and able to stay out of his goal. Was a close one, but the veteran does well to prevent the ball from crossing the line. After taking charge of it, now Johnson loses his footing and the ball in the process. '96th minute, one last heave towards Obregon, who commits a foul. It has been that kind of night for the man who will win the 2025 USL League One Golden Boot. Knoxville have heard the full-time whistle sound, and the Players' Shield will be going to Tennessee in 2025. Chattanooga will finish second, just 2 points shy, but it is a complete turnaround for the Red Wolves. A rebuild that has paid off in dividends for Scott McKenzie and his crew, who will have a home playoff game in a week's time. It will likely be against the Portland Hearts of Pine. Currently sits 7th. 98th minute now. Chattanooga falls short of the Players' Shield, but end the regular season with 3 points. An incredible regular season it was from Scott McKenzie, who sees victory on the final day against Dave Carton in Westchester by a score of 2-1. Matt Bentley's goal, the decider, in the 73rd minute. And it is the Red Wolves' number 10, who is rewarded not only with the goal that breaks his drought, but with the Man of the Match award, presented by Outlaw Light Beer, his first since July the 12th. A 2-1 win for Chattanooga on the last day of 2025, and a home playoff game in just a few days in the Wolves' Den. That does it for the 90 minutes. The post-game show coming up on the other side of the break. We'll see you soon.
Why do you always seem to be on that last flight home? Why is the customer always right, even when they're wrong? It's because when it's your business, you're all in. And no one's all in with you like EPB. Only EPB is all in with 100% fiber-fast internet that's always your best value. Plus experts all in to help you 24/7. We're all in Chattanooga, because we're all in this together. EPB for your business. We're all in.
This isn't just a team, it's a statement. We don't just represent Chattanooga.
Let's get it poppin', let's get it poppin'.
We run it.
Let's get it poppin'.
Built to battle. Fueled by pride. Driven by the pack.
Let's get it poppin'.
Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
The full-time score brought to you by SmartBank. Chattanooga 2, Westchester 1. Matt Bentley's goal, his 7th of the campaign. The match winner in the 73rd minute as we take a look at the highlights from the Wolves' Den on the final. SmartBank, experience SmartBank. 17 shots, despite 35% possession for Chattanooga. They get the job done despite not seeing a lot of the ball, but of that 35%, they saw so much of it in the final third, just suffocating pressure against Westchester, who struggled to build from the back. And that would lead Chattanooga to 3 points on the final day of the regular season. So that will do it. We'll take a look at the finalized playoff bracket. One Knoxville, the Players' Shield holders will take on Charlotte. Chattanooga will host Portland at the Wolves' Den. Spokane will welcome South Georgia to the West Coast, with FC Naples, the expansion side, locking down 4th place after Union Omaha drew with Spokane. And they will welcome the 2024 champions, Union Omaha, to South Florida. That will do it for the regular season. After many months of drama, excitement, intrigue, twists, and turns, the tale has been finalized. The 8 teams in the playoff set, Chattanooga falling just short of the Players' Shield, but lock up 2nd place with 2-1 over Westchester on the last day. For everybody behind the scenes making this broadcast possible, our producer Gabe Sosa, I'm Phil Galati saying so long, and we'll see you in the playoffs.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.